Good afternoon, students. Welcome to today class. Today we will discuss creativity part second. In this lecture, we will discuss uh, main points. We will discuss what is the relationship between creativity and intelligence, how to test creativity. First, we will discuss the concept of creativity. Creativity means discovering new relationship between ideas. Creativity is wonderful ability that help a man to solve the most complex problem of a life and make life comfortable. Creativity gives a new fascinating turn to humanity and to a nation. Creativity is related to cognitive operations. The cognitive operation include divergent cognition, convergent productions, recognitions of ideas, judging and knowing. Creativity is a specific scientific process of thinking that yields a solution to the problems. Creativity is the ability to transcend traditional way of thinking or acting and to develop new and original ideas, methods, or objects. So, in creativity, develop new uh, and original idea, method, and project. It is an ability. Creativity is an ability. It is also an ability to run a mile or to do calculus or recite a Shakespearean uh, sonnet. So, creativity is a skill that is specific to an individual. For some people, it might seem to come naturally, but it is something that anyone can improve it mm, at if they give it them time and efforts. It transcends traditional way of thinking or acting. Transcending means you are going above and beyond. It's recognizing the limitation of what already exists and trying to improve upon it. It develops new and original thing. Creativity goes beyond imagining, it is about developing. If it's an idea, you go out and do the research to prove it. If it is a new process, you try and test it to see if it works. If it is an object, you build it. Guilford has described five mental idea of creativity. First one is cognition. One is convert uh, convergent thinking. Third is divergent thinking. Fourth is memory, and fifth is evaluation. The term creativity or creative process has been defined in many ways. First is according to Stranger and Korowski, uh, creativity implies the products of totally or partially never identity, never identity. This definition is uh, given by the Stranger and Korowski. Next definition is creativity is the capacity of a person to produce composition, product, or idea which are essentially new or novel and previously unknown to the uh, procedure. This definition is given by the Derbe uh, the Hull. Um, he suggests the creativity is the capacity to produce idea or which is new and novel and previously unknown to procedure. Next definition we will discuss in our lecture is Spearman. Creativity is the power of human mind to create new content by transforming relations and thereby generating new correlates. Next definition of creativity is given by H.J. I. Sink in 1972. Creativity is the ability to see new relationship, to produce unusual ideas, and to develop from traditional pattern of thinking. So these are the some definition of the creativity. Now we will discuss the following aspect uh, are common for all for creativity. First one is creativity means creative thinking. Creativity is a process. Creativity is a person quality and virtue. Creativity yields new ideas. Creativity is a kind of interaction. These are the following aspects are common for all. So now we will discuss nature of creativity. Creativity is not a product, it is a factor or an ability. Creativity is the result of divergent thinking. Creativity is a way of thinking. It is not a synonym of intelligence. Creativity is a goal directed. It is useful for the individuals as also for a group of individuals and for the society. The ability to create dependence on the acquisitions of the expected knowledge. Creativity is a kind of uh, restrained imaginative inspiration that attains to the some uh, achievement. uh, Creativity, whether uh, it is oral written, abstract or concrete, uh, is in any case uh, unique. So these are the nature of creativity. First one is creativity is an ability. Uh, Creativity is a diverse thinking. Uh, Creativity a way of thinking. Creativity is goal directed, or uh, creativity is the ability to create acquisition to accept knowledge. So these are the some nature of the creativity. Now we will discuss characteristics of the creative children. First one is curiosity. So जो creative child is always uh, curiosity to learn, to develop, to think new and novel idea, and to produce new thing. Flexibility. The next characteristics of creative child is flexibility. Original thinking. Next, independent judgment. Concentrated attendance is the next characteristics of the creative children. Complex thinking. Next, high energy level. Risk taking tendency. Curious and power of imagination. Desire of superior, superior, superiority. So these are the some characteristics of creative children. Now we will discuss how to develop foster creativity in our student. Researchers in the field of creativity have suggested special technique and method for foster creativity among children. First one is uh, brainstorming. Brainstorming is a strategy or technique for allowing a group to explore idea without jud- judgment, or it practice. The student may be asked to sit in a group for solving a problem and attack them without any inhibition from any angle. with question having number of ideas and solution. The students are asked to suggest ideas at, as rapidly as possible. So brainstorming develop foster creativity in the student. It is the one idea of creating foster uh, creativity in the student. Next is use of teaching models. Some of the teaching models may prove quite beneficial in developing creativity among the children. Next is use of gaming technique. Gaming techniques in a playful sprite help the children in the development of creative traits. These techniques provide valuable learning experiences uh, and spontaneous and evaluative situation. Both verbal and non-verbal stimulus materials are used in such techniques. In non-verbal uh, transactions, the children may ask to build a cube, construct, or complete a picture, draw and build pattern, interpret the pattern of drawing and sketch, and build or construct something or anything out of the raw material given to them. So, uh, gaming technique also used to foster developing creativity in the child. Stimulation of creativity, it means foster development of the creativity. Creativity is an environment to full growth and development of the creativity ability of the children should be focused by the teacher and parent for the proper stimulation and nurturing of the trait which help to develop creativity mainly uh, originality, flexibility, ideational fluency, divergent thinking, self-confidence, persistence, sensitivity, sensitiveness, ability to see relationship and make association, etc. are essential for this. So these are the foster. ability technique. Now, uh, in this step, we will do some work to create poster ability in the student. First is freedom to respond. Most often teacher and parent accept routine fixed response from children and thus kill the creative spark by breeding conformity and positive. uh, we should allow educate freedom to children and responding in a situation. Opportunity for ego involvement. We should provide opportunity to children to diverse satisfaction from identifying themselves the cause of a product, encouraging originality and flexibility. Originality when the part of the children in any form should be encouraged. Passive submission to the facts, unquestioning mimicry and memorization by discouraging creative expression should therefore be checked as far as possible. Remove of hesitation and fear. There seem to be a great hesitation mixed with a sense of inferiority and fear in thinking the initiative for creative expressions. The cause of such difference and fear should be discovered and remove and encourage persuasions. So, developing healthy habits among the children. Industriousness, persistence, self reliance, image, idea, concept are ordinarily employed according to Garrett. Self confidence is the one of the qualities that is helpful in creative output. Children should therefore be encouraged to stand up against criticism of their creative expressions. They should be made to feel that whatever they create is unique and express what they desire to express. Now we will discuss is there is a connection between creativity and intelligence. The study support to find a positive correlation between creativity and intelligence. In 99, researcher Sternberg and O. Her provide a framework of five possible relationships between creativity and intelligence. Creativity is a type of intelligence. Intelligence is a type of creativity. Creativity and intelligence are overlapping construct. They have some traits in common. Creativity and intelligence are part of the some construct. Uh, there is no relationship between them. There are studies that provide evidence in favor of each these perspectives, but thus far no is has been uh, overwhelming and its conclusion show essentially there nothing that show if you are smarter, you are more creative, but there is nothing showing uh, uh, that there is not a correlation either. Now we will discuss are children more creative than adults? The GIST land work with NASA to develop a creativity test that will be help them uh, select uh, innovative engineers and scientific for the space program. In the 1968, he and his colleagues, Beth German, that shocked 98% of 5-year-olds. Uh, uh, German gave the same test on 16 children and found that shock 98 of 5-year-old were apparently creative uh, geniuses. And we all just go less and less creative as we aged until only a measly 2% of us adults qualify as creative uh, genius. So, child are more creative than adults. Now we will discuss how do we test for creativity. Original creativity test developed in the 1960s are test of divergent thinking. A couple complex of these include alternative use. How many different ways can you think of to use a uh, paperclip? The number of originality of your ideas impact your score. An incomplete figure test where you are given a line on a paper and asked to finish the drawing. Other researchers have tried to measure creativity through self reported creativity questionnaire and social personality approaches, where they look at a mix of other personality traits and try to find a formula for a creative person. Both of these methods have some inheritance basis. So, while divergent thinking tests have been critici- uh, criticized, they are currently the most accepted measure of the creativity. These are the references of our today lecture. Now, time for MCQs. You should send your answer in my comment box as soon as possible. I will reply. Filling the blanks is the most difficult thinking skill to acquire and also the most suggest after Option A, creativity. Option B, upload. Option C, reinforcement. Option D, application. So choose appropriate answer. And next MCQs is creativity always start with filling the blanks, and history shows that many things we imagine are later actually created. Option A, imagination. Option B, learning. Option C, ability. And option D, application. Choose appropriate answer. Next MCQs, creating is the highest order of filling the blanks. It should be in the forefront of all learning environment and as end goal. Option A, thinking. Option B, learning. Option C, application. Option D, imagination. You have four options. Choose appropriate answer. Next MCQs, the student does something in order to produce something or solve a problem. Option A, creativity. Option B, learning. Option C, application. Option D, imagination. So choose appropriate answer. Next MCQs, the original creativity test developed in the 1960 are the test of filling the blanks. Option A, thinking. Option B, learning. Option C, diverse thinking. Option D, imagination. Choose appropriate answer. You have four options. Next MCQs. In the 1999 researcher filling the blanks provide framework of five possible relationship between creativity and intelligence. You have four options: Beckham, uh, uh, Sternberg, and O. Her Crow and Crow. So choose appropriate answer. Next MCQs, the ability to think in filling the blanks and useful way is one of the most defining feature of the human species. So option A, novel. Option B, upload. Option C, reinforcement. Option D, application. Choose appropriate answer. Next MCQs, teaching for creativity focus on the filling the blanks and extent to which their own creative thinking is being developed. Option A, student. Option B, individual. Option C, group. And option D, person. Choose appropriate answer. You have four options. Next MCQ, filling the blanks effectively uh, is a term team member with others from diverse background and viewpoint. Option A, collaborates. Option B, learners, option C, group, option D, application. So choose appropriate answer. Next MCQs, filling the blanks means demonstrate deep interest in the things that are not understood and sees things from a fresh perspective. Option A, collaborates. Option B, learners. Option C, uh, curious. Option D, open-minded. You have four options. Choose appropriate answer. Student, solve these MCQs and send your answer in my comment box. I will definitely check your answer and reply you. Thank you, student. Have a good day. This topic is very important for your exam.